Brian Norman, I thank him for the opportunity, to give me the chance to fight for the world title, win a world title, and
Sure. And Devin, he don't want that. He's terrified. He has PTSD.
Devin Haney has officially gone on the offensive against Ryan Garcia, and the fallout is shaking the entire boxing world. Sources close to the situation suggest that Haney has essentially confirmed his next move, a showdown with Shakur Stevenson. And once you understand the full picture behind this story, you'll realize why nothing in the welterweight division will ever look the same again.
Last question for me. You spoke about a little while ago, Devin Haney, and one thing he said recently, he said the rematch wouldn't happen because you had dropped out of VADA. Can you just right here, right now, clarify that so that there's no impediment to the fight?
Let me answer that question.
I mean, just look.
Let me answer that question.
You think I got an IV? Like, bro, this is a blood work. Please.
Let me answer that question. People say all kinds of nonsense, but Ryan's been doing testing.
Here's what insiders are saying actually went down, and the details are massive. After Ryan Garcia's dominant performance over Mario Barrios to claim the WBC welterweight title, the entire boxing world anticipated one thing: the long-awaited Devin Haney rematch. But Ryan blindsided everyone by calling out Shakur Stevenson instead. And according to sources close to the situation, that decision sent Haney into a fury behind closed doors.
Ryan Garcia, that fight has question marks. It's unfinished business. We're on a clean playing field, even playing field. We know that I'm going to be victorious. There is no bad blood with Eddie. If an opportunity comes this way, where we can work together, then it will happen.
Now here's where the story takes a sharp turn. People close to the situation believe Haney views Ryan's call-out of Stevenson as a deliberate act of avoidance, plain and simple ducking. From Haney's perspective, both men are now welterweight world champions. The unification fight is right there for the taking, and Ryan turned the other way. Sources say Haney has been making his feelings very clear within his inner circle, telling those around him that Ryan Garcia is running scared, and that despite all the noise and controversy surrounding their first fight, Garcia has no desire to revisit that chapter.
Devin's Devin. He's fast. He's strong. He has that will to win. I mean, you saw in Ryan's fight with Devin. Devin got back off the canvas. I mean, he's got a big heart, on lion's heart. So you have to give it up to him. A rematch would be, pretty exciting.
And here's the detail that's reportedly pushing Haney over the edge. According to insiders, Team Garcia has been quietly signaling behind closed doors that a Haney rematch simply isn't on their agenda. Sources familiar with the negotiations claim that every time Haney's name comes up in discussions, Garcia's team immediately pivots, throwing out names like Shakur Stevenson, Conor Benn, and even a potential Rolly Romero rematch. Those watching closely say this pattern of avoidance is deliberate, and Devin Haney is now calling it out loudly and publicly.
He said, for now, me and Shakur are on a collision course. Whether it's at 135, whether it's at 140, whether it's at 147, we definitely on a collision course, and we definitely gonna get it on when the time is right.
So what was Haney's response? According to insiders, he went straight to social media and didn't hold back. Sources say his message was direct and unmistakable. Ryan Garcia can fight whoever he wants, but at the end of the day, he is deliberately avoiding the one fight that actually matters. People tracking the situation believe Haney's public posts were a calculated move, designed specifically to expose Ryan Garcia for sidestepping the most important rematch in the division.
I didn't know which direction I was going to go in, but if Devin started talking crazy, as I heard he was talking crazy, saying he's staying at 35 for me, so let's do it. I mean, let's make the fight happen. I'm ready. We can fight in Vegas, we can fight in New York, we can fight wherever you want to fight, I'm ready.
And this is where the story shifts into another gear entirely. Multiple sources are now reporting that Devin Haney has essentially greenlit a fight with Shakur Stevenson. According to people in the know, Haney's team has entered serious discussions to make this super fight a reality, and insiders suggest an announcement could be coming sooner than anyone expects.
Round was hard to come back from.
Where does Haney go for this? I mean, a rematch?
I think the rematch is huge, but it's obviously it's up to Ryan Garcia. And I think the 140-pound belt goes up in the air, and it's going to be tough for him to take. He's got to bounce.
Here's why this Shakur confirmation is being read as a direct message to Ryan Garcia. Sources suggest Haney is essentially telling Ryan, if you don't want this fight, that's fine. I'll go build my legacy with Shakur Stevenson and create the biggest fight in boxing without you. Those familiar with Haney's mindset say this is a calculated power move, one designed to make it crystal clear that he's not sitting around waiting for anyone. Let's talk about what insiders are actually reporting on the Shakur fight. Sources connected to both camps say these conversations have been in motion for weeks. After Shakur's commanding victory over Teofimo Lopez, both he and Haney reportedly began expressing genuine interest in sharing the ring. And from every analytical angle, the fight makes perfect sense. Two undefeated world champions, both considered pound-for-pound elite, both carrying the technical brilliance to deliver a true boxing masterclass.
Haney rematch next?
I don't know. I think that, you know, what's best for him. They'll figure it out and he'll do it. But I'll tell you what, I'm glad he got that monkey off his back. It's good to get the monkey off his back.
As for the timeline, insiders suggest the Haney-Stevenson fight could realistically land later this year. Sources say both sides are highly motivated to move fast, especially now that Ryan Garcia has effectively removed himself from the rematch conversation. Many believe this is Haney's way of declaring he is done waiting for Garcia and is fully focused on fights that define his legacy.
If you win, we get the rematch that everybody wants, Ryan. Yeah. That's for sure too.
When he wins again. Yeah, when I win, I will fight him again, beat him again, and then finally I can put that to rest and move on with my career and just maybe fight Teofimo, right? That's how it's gonna go. So I'm just fighting everybody, bro. Everybody I wanted to fight, I'm fighting.
It's gonna be out 147.
Now let's address the question everyone is asking. Why is Ryan Garcia reportedly dodging Devin Haney? Sources close to the situation suggest that beneath all of Ryan's public confidence, there are real, genuine concerns inside his camp. People familiar with Team Garcia's thinking say they watched what unfolded in the first fight. Ryan was outboxed for 12 rounds before the controversy erupted, and they reportedly have serious doubts the result would be any different the second time around.
Devin said he wants a fair fight, that's obvious, but he also says he can't trust Ryan Garcia, which is understandable. What are the parameters for that fight have to be? What do you demand for that fight to happen?
That Turkey is involved and everything is all right. He's gonna make a fair fight. We believe that in Turkey. We believe that he's the perfect person for both.
Insiders tracking the situation say there's a deeper reason behind the avoidance. Haney's sharp jab, his elite defensive instincts, and his masterful ability to control distance are all qualities that reportedly give Team Garcia nightmares as a stylistic matchup. And here's the telling detail. When Ryan called out Shakur Stevenson after the Barrios win, sources say it wasn't purely about wanting that fight. It was also, strategically, about avoiding Devin Haney. Insiders claim Ryan's team actually views Shakur as a more winnable fight, and boxing analysts are increasingly saying this is a fighter cherry-picking opponents rather than seeking the hardest challenge available.
It's up to Devin running. His father told me to stand on my word, and I ain't getting no response after that. They not standing on their word, but they calling out everybody else but me. I understand, but they got to stand on their word, just like they told me to stand on my.
Here's what Haney has reportedly been saying privately. Sources claim he's been straightforward with those around him. Ryan Garcia beat him once under deeply suspicious circumstances. Now that both fighters are settled at welterweight and there are no excuses left, Ryan wants no part of a rematch. People familiar with Haney's comments say he's been telling close confidants that Ryan knows the real truth about what would happen on a level playing field, and that's precisely why he keeps looking in every other direction.
You'd have a rematch with Garcia next?
Of course. Well, not next, obviously, because I'm coming back in March. But it's definitely, possible for 2025.
Let's zoom out and look at what this all means for the welterweight division as a whole. If Haney moves forward with Shakur Stevenson while Garcia pursues different opponents, the division essentially splits into two separate narratives, one fighter chasing a legacy and the other protecting an image. Those tracking the situation believe this contrast will become impossible to ignore, and the boxing world will have a very clear picture of who is truly elite and who is playing it safe.
Statement does that put out there to the boxing world?
That lets Teofimo, that lets Ryan know that anybody that wants to fight Devin, sign up to VADA if you're really serious. That's going to let the people know that you really are a clean athlete, and that's what he represents.
And here is the sobering final detail that insiders are now openly discussing. According to people close to both camps, there's a very real possibility that the Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia rematch simply never happens. With Haney moving toward Shakur Stevenson and Garcia potentially heading toward Conor Benn or others, the paths of these two fighters could diverge entirely. leaving what many believe would be one of the greatest missed opportunities in modern boxing history completely unrealized. That is the full story of why insiders say Devin Haney is publicly calling out Ryan Garcia for ducking the rematch, while simultaneously confirming he is ready to move on with Shakur Stevenson. The welterweight division is on the edge of something historic, and we are watching it unfold in real time.